go to the woods. I think the weather's getting better, so luckily for me I've got my shorts with me. So I'm going to put these on now. Excuse me, viewer, can you look the other way while I change my trousers, please? Thank you. Oh, hello. I'm the Knot Man, and this is the Country Ways. Now today I'm going to take you on a woodland walk, one of my favourite places. I'm going to teach you and tell you some general knowledge and history about trees. So, time's getting on, so follow me now. Come on, catch me up, we've got a long way to go and there's a lot of trees to look at, come on. The silver birch. There's a few here. Silver birch trees, they go from Europe right across to Russia. You can find them in Siberia, you can find them in China, and there's quite a lot in Canada and America. Good for furniture. It's a nice wood. Cabinet makers use it, refine it, and it's turned into cupboards, chairs, you name it. The silver birch grows between 4 and 10 metres and really gets towards the heavens as well. It's got many things. The bark as well is used for tanning leather. So in Sweden and Norway it's used for paper and pulp production, and it's also a very light wood, so it's easy burnable, so people with log burners and that actually cut them, dry them out, and you've got a good source of natural heat in the winter months. So a very nice tree. I'm actually quite fond of them. They don't really last forever. They're not really a long purpose tree, but still a very good tree. So there's a few here, and further into woods I might show you some more. And on that note, we've got to get on because there's more to see. So come on. The holly tree. Yep, often mistaken for a bush, but actually it's not a bush, it's a tree. And they've actually found fossil remains of the holly tree in the Jurassic time, in fossilised stone and that. So it's been around a long time. This has probably only been around 20 to 30 years, but I've got one at home, and I can tell you the stem is a big round circumference like so, and it's been there a good 50 years. A bit of history. Yeah, the berries come out in the later part of the year, birds eat them, but not for human consumption. Red for a reason, it's a warning, poison. We have it as a part of our Christmas decoration really, the holly and the ivy and the Christmas tree. It's all to do with the Christmas spirit of the winter months, and it's actually very nice. Now the Druids, they actually used to use the holly to ward off evil spirits from the time of Stonehenge. So there's a lot of history and culture with the holly. So yeah, if we come back in 20 years, this will be a really big tall holly tree. Yeah, don't touch it, it's very spiky. Right, let's continue the walk then. Follow me. The yew tree. These trees can last up to 1,000 years or more. One recently in Scotland blew down, was 2,000 years old. It's very hard to date them. If you cut the yew tree in half, they're not like normal trees. They haven't got rings, they can't count. They hollow themselves out over the years. It's very hard, but carbon dating can normally work out the age of a tree. Something else I must warn you about, viewer. Everything about the yew tree is poisonous. The leaves, the berries, anything touching it, inhale it. If you've got asthma and you inhale it, the spores, not very good for you. It's not a very good tree for the humans. But on the other side of the coin, the yew tree can always be found in church lands. If you go to any church in England, United Kingdom, mainly there's yew trees there. In the old days, they actually put the trees there to grow, so when the leaves fell, if the local farmer put his cattle and thought he'd get a bit of free feed, it wouldn't work. The animals would digest the leaf and just become ill. So then everybody kept their animals away from the church, which protected the church from cows and sheep just roaming aimlessly around, but obviously nobody wants a sick animal. Fantastic looking tree, lots of history, but just take my warning, it is quite deadly and dangerous. And on that note, I'm going to go on to something else. See you in a minute. Oh look, the beech tree. Another lovely tree. Found in the southern parts of England and Wales. Scandinavia like Sweden have them. Another good tree. Long life as well. A bit like the oak. 1,000-yearer. Lasts a long time. Another bit of good wood. Used in furniture. The Swedish make furniture out of it, and so do we in the UK. It's a really good bit of wood. Nice leaves. Later part of the year, it has like a berries, a fruit. Fed to animals actually, a part of their feed and diet. Really nice tree. And yeah, I really like them. And also sporting. Bats for handles and tools. Brooms, bats, you name it. Because it's a good material to work with. It's not too hard, it's not too soft. It's a middle of the range wood, very durable, lots of building tools. So yeah, on the whole, beech has got thumbs up from me. It's a really nice one. So if you have a look around it now, you see how tall and lovely it is. I think it's a really nice tree, and later this year, when it really blooms, it'll be amazing. Yep, I'll leave you to look at that in a minute, and I shall head off back. I think I'm going to have a cup of tea now, which I love my cups of tea. Wow, look at this, viewer. It's a mutant tree, a silver birch. Look at the way this has grown. Look at the trunk. Obviously, it's been bent and damaged at some time, and it's still holding firm. That is a really unusual bit of tree. Look at, come on, look at this. Look, it's like a camel's back. And my favourite is the oak. There's over 600 species of the oak, of which 90 can be found in the United States of America. Now this is a really old tree, and they normally grow to about 1.5 metres to 2 metres wide. Fantastic. History with the oak, unbelievable. A bit of basic knowledge is that cattle aren't allowed to eat the leaves. Bad news for the animal, poisonous. But I'm not going to eat the leaves either. In Great Britain, we've got the House of Parliament, the House of Commons. A lot of the actual structure is actually made of hardwood, which this is part of the beech family. Very, very strong material. Actually, also, not just the Houses of Commons, but the Victory. HMS Victory, which is down in Portsmouth, which Lord Admiral Nelson fought the French, and we won. The oak has many good things about it. Smoking cheese, smoking brandy, smoking fish, smoking whiskey. They're all my favourites. Anyway, this tree can be here from 0 years to 1,000. Some recently in Scotland were dated at 1,000 years, and in Wales, so that's quite good. So I can guarantee that this oak will be here way into the future when I'm gone. So just look how beautiful this oak is. Next time you're in the woods, have a good look around for them. They're full of history. So go on, have a look up how high she is. Beautiful. A beautiful oak tree.